I am so excited to connect with you guys. There is so much to talk about. Oh my gosh. So exciting. I have like a plethora of messages, so it's gonna be a really, really fun reading. I hope you guys are ready. I'm excited. I know that the new moon has been affecting us all in different ways this weekend, so I'm super excited to talk about it. Let me know if you have any questions along the way. I will do my very best to answer them. Now would be a great time to ask questions before I get started because it's often pretty hard to read them as I'm talking, but go ahead and ask me anyway and I will do my best. But I'm so excited to see you guys. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes just to make sure everybody who wants to watch from the beginning can see it from the beginning, so I want to give them some time to get on here, but I'm super excited to connect with you guys. In the meantime, I will announce that, and I know you guys probably already seen it, but if you haven't, I just recently released a new music video called Spare Me. It's on my YouTube at ReadingsByRissa on my Instagram. So if you go to my Instagram at ReadingsByRissa and click the link in my bio, it will lead you straight to my new music video so you can go watch it. It is on the beach, Santa Monica Beach. It is a beautiful, beautiful video directed by my dear friend and brother Nico Delacroix and produced by me and my company Vibrant Violet Media. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys. There's some significance in why I shared it today, and why I released my recent single Jump on all audio music streaming platforms. I did that yesterday, so go check that out as well. It is on Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, Google Play, all of them. So go check it out, and please, if you like it, please share it with anyone you think will vibe with it, so it will get out there. Yeah. All right, so I think it might be safe to start right about now. Checking the time. Real quick, so I'll tell you what my table looks like. So I have a ton of crystals out because my guides kind of asked me to have them all available. This one's kind of speaking to me a lot. This is Merlinite. This is really beautiful Merlinite that I got from a friend in Sedona, and it kind of has like a face in it, if you guys can see it. It's kind of crazy. But Merlinite is really great for clearing shadow and also activating magic, and magic of the good kind of, obviously, but it helps to clear shadow so that you can activate your magic more easily, so that there's no resistance to your magic and you can really just get rid of anything that's holding you back from activating your magic. So really, really awesome stone, Merlinite. So get yourself some of that. It's also good for protection. And I just was guided to share that with you, so I hope that helps somebody out there. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm super excited. Okay, so before I get fully into the new moon characteristics, I will say that I did channel a message from Archangel Uriel earlier today. I automatically wrote it. I did the automatic writing because I didn't have time to get my camera set up and film it for you guys. So I was just like, just let me write it. So I wrote it all down. So I'm going to share that with you guys first, just to give a nice precursor for this reading. I think it's really important to put those as precedents since they're coming straight from spirit, and usually kind of open up the discussion really beautifully. So I'm going to go ahead and read this channeled message that I did from Archangel Uriel. And if any of you are curious, I saw him kind of descend, and it's weird because Archangel Uriel is a little bit, he's masculine, but he's also very he doesn't really have a gender, and most angels, they don't really, but the archangels usually have some kind of significant characteristic, but Uriel is kind of a little bit masculine and a little bit feminine, so I had a hard time distinguishing which angel it was until he clairaudiently gave it to me as Uriel, and he had a flame with him, and it is known as the fire of God. And so that's kind of the precursor here to get into this new moon reading. So here we go. This is what I got from Archangel Uriel. Attention, dear ones, this new moon upon you is one to celebrate. Though it may seem to some as quite the contrary, we are assisting you now in quantum activation and rebirth. Rebirth in the truest form for you now is what were once values of high priority are now mostly trivial to you. Grief can accompany such transformations, especially when one's core belief systems have been challenged and new truths realized. The rebirth is a result of full cosmic recalibration or reset, in which the old forms, feelings, relationships, circumstances of ill will simply can no longer thrive. Thus your spirit begins nudging you, often shaking you into new action, opposite of your usual way. Yet, as this new moonlight greets you, your eyes will soon glitter with new wonder, splendor, and hunger to explore the most freeing new world. The emotions you feel, the depths of your soul's uncomfort, is merely you grieving the old and becoming the new, truest you. Continue blossoming as you do, amidst the sunshine and despite the storms. You are divine and perfect in it all. Archangel Uriel. Wow, so yeah, that is so powerful. Let's go ahead with that, take a little moment of silence and some deep breaths together. Sorry, I was feeling his energy, so it's hard to come back in. So let's go ahead and take some nice deep breaths. Let's inhale together. Exhale, relax. Inhaling. Big exhale to relax. Next inhale, biggest one yet, opening up to Archangel Uriel's divine light and all of the spirit guides in your higher self as well as mine, combining here to give us the light messages for the new moon. And a big exhale to relax. All right, so what a beautiful message to enter this new moon portal with. And it is a portal, 9/9 portal being starting yesterday, September 9th. It is a portal for divine light, and it is actually noted to be a portal for us now in this present time. So it's a current portal, it's a present portal, not one that reoccurs, but one that's very specific to this present moment, starting yesterday. And it's about really completing this cycle of releasing the 3D and entering fully into 5D as we're still in this 4D limbo area. It's kind of like this lukewarm area between 3D and 5D, where sometimes we're feeling super divine and tapped in the 5D, and sometimes we're feeling like we're stuck in the 3D in this like muddy, icky energy. So we're right there in the middle. We're still in the 4D, but right now, starting yesterday, September 9th, and really this also kind of dates back to last full moon on August 26th. So some of you may have been feeling it a little bit earlier than yesterday, but really it's setting the stage for September 9th to October, really clearing fully the 3D and any icky 4D energies and fully immersing and emerging from the or into the 5D. So really, really powerful activation here, and our spirits are aligning right now with our higher selves, and so we're really feeling a lot of that union, and we're really letting go of any ideas of separation that we've had from the 3D world and some of the 4D world. We're just letting go any ideas of separation, and we're just fully trusting in oneness in the 5D. And that can be a little bit hard because we're kind of dealing with some grief, some letting go of that energy, of those old belief systems. Sometimes is sad for us because we realize that we can no longer rely on those belief systems or those excuses, the excuses of separation, the excuses that come with contrast or with surrendering to contrast or to ego. And so when we kind of separate from those ideals, we grieve the ego dying. We grieve that side of ourselves that is so based in that conformist mentality or the conditioning of outside circumstance that wasn't true to us. So let yourself grieve that. Let yourself grieve the old you, those old ways, those old paradigms, and simply move forward from that, knowing that this is a normal response and that you're simply shedding old skin and moving into new light. We are absolutely here, and there's no turning back now, which is often why it can be kind of challenging for us, because there is no way to turn back. The things that were working for us before are just not working anymore. They don't feel good anymore. They make us confused. They just don't make sense, and they usually don't work out. So now we're forced to find new ways to handle things, and really forced to start really self-realizing our path and walking it every day. So give yourself a break. Don't beat yourself up on this. Know that it is still a transition from the Lion's Gate. We have that active courage in us and that active bravery from the Lion's Gate. Call on that when you're feeling low and when you're feeling unsure. Ask for the Lion's Gate energy. Ask for Sirius to help activate that courage and that trust in your path, and just keep moving forward. That is a huge, huge part of it. And I think, you know, just having Archangel Uriel come through with that message was really just a validating aspect of that. So beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, so let's get into the actual reading now. It is a new moon in Virgo, so happy birthday to you, Virgos. Super exciting earth sign. My mom's a Virgo, so I know Virgos very well. So happy birthday to you guys, super great. So like we kind of just talked about, this new moon is all about rebirth, new beginnings. Discomfort is not disruption. That is the main message that I got in meditation earlier about this new moon, is that discomfort is not disruption, meaning that even though things might feel out of balance or out of sorts, it doesn't mean it's disrupting your path. It doesn't mean it's not divine. It actually means that we're going through that last bit of turmoil, and we're blazing through that, and we're shedding everything, and then we're going to come out emerged. But we can't become that other side of ourselves until we get through this little spot. So know that it's divine and it is completely on the path, and just trust that. Also, this is kind of a heightened energy for devil's play, meaning a little bit of debauchery. So you'll hear more when I get into the fire signs, but there's heightened sexual energy, and also you're a little more prone to go party or do something a little reckless or a little bit spontaneous to kind of relieve yourself of the stress. So just know that that's a normal impulse if that's not something that you're used to feeling, and that you just got to be safe and kind of honor it. I mean, we all need balance, right? We all need some times to go party and to go let off some steam. So do that. Just make sure you're safe and responsible, and you don't put yourself or anybody else in harm's way in the meantime. Make it fun, make it light, and enjoy yourself. It's about fun. It's about being that inner child and just enjoying that side of yourself too. So really honor that. Okay, so let's see. Also, last thing before I get into the signs, I want to keep going on the specifics for everybody here. September 22nd, the 22nd of this month is the fall equinox, so that's going to be a really big day as well. It is right along, like kind of in the middle of this portal that we're in, entering 5D and really releasing the last bit of 4D and 3D. So with the fall equinox, we're going to feel a lot of our magic, a lot of our success and our power coming into play and really showing itself, proving itself that it's on the other side of this portal, and really showing us where that could go. Be sure to allow yourself time to create and manifest what you desire during this time. Now until October and even beyond that, really potent for magic energy. I think that's why they had me pull this beautiful Merlinite I'm getting from them now, is so grabbing a stone like Merlinite or even Labradorite really well is going to really help you activate your magic, activate the enchanting side of yourself that can help create and facilitate more of your desires and more of your goals to come into fruition for this fall equinox. The fall equinox is the harvest season. It's the start of the harvest. So we are literally reaping what we sowed. And so it's important for us to honor that. Even if we've sowed some bad seeds this year, let's take responsibility. If we have to have an interaction with someone who throws it in our face from earlier this year, then so be it. it. Whatever it is, we have to honor it because that's part of the process and part of the journey. So just know that as long as you're putting more love and light out than you are shadow, you are going to receive that. So continue working on negotiating with that side of yourself, that shadow side, and really allow yourself to love it anyway, because having that unconditional love during this time is huge. That's really what activates our path quicker and accelerates us in a really, really amazing way, is entering our heart space whenever we're starting to feel shadow and pushing through that shadow into love and just letting it be love and not thinking about anything else. There's so many times when something bothers me and I start to go on a rant about it, and then I'm like, wait, this is only manifesting more shadow. All I can do in this moment is love through this. And I just look for the most loving thought that can come to mind. Sometimes it doesn't feel very loving at first, but if I keep reaching, I'll find that loving thought, and then I will apply it to that situation and I will not look back. And so that is the best way to really just overcome those moments. Okay, so let's get into the signs. I am so excited, okay? This is gonna be great. I'm gonna start with the earth signs since we are in Virgo. So earth signs, we have got some stable, solid ground for you. We are springing into new life with new growth. So this is really important. You're feeling kind of in that fertile energy. You're full of life. You're full of energy to recreate new things and to create new beginnings as well. You're not as uncomfortable with recent shifts as some of the other signs are, so really allow yourself to be grateful for that. Shaking ground feels like a good change for you. So this is kind of a funny message that I got in meditation. Shaking ground feels like a good change for you earth signs right now, because even though there is a little bit of that earthquake feeling for everybody, a little bit of things getting out of hand or feeling out of sorts, it's actually kind of natural and feels okay for you, because that's something that feels, it's in your element. You're kind of in your element there with the earth shattering energy, and you usually just take that as signs to regrow and plant new seeds. And so that's a great mentality to have, Virgos, and all of your earth signs. So make sure that you continue to have that mentality and you hold on to that. Also, be deliberate, earth signs, with who you surround yourself with, as to not create more tension that is unneeded. So my earth signs, by the way, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So make sure for this message, only surround yourself with people that you know you thrive around, that you know can give you more bliss and can continue the momentum of your spirit in a positive way. And don't be around people that cause tension. You're only going to absorb that right now, and so it's important for you to really protect yourself. I also got that you can carry around obsidian, hematite, black tourmaline. Those are really great protective stones for everybody, not just for earth signs, during this new moon, to help preserve your intuitive abilities that you've just activated, and to also just allow you to feel safe and secure despite any chaos going on. So remember, it is going to be a little bit chaotic until October, but once we're on the other side of that, we are all going to feel a huge relief, and we're going to feel like we're in that oneness 5D energy all the way. So bear with it. Okay, so next, water signs. This is a really good one for you guys. I always forget everybody's sign because I get so wrapped up in talking. So water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpios, okay? So flowing with unpredictable motions. You are water, right? So you're always flowing. This time you're flowing with some unpredictable emotions and unpredictable shifts and moving. So I don't know if any of you have been experiencing a unexpected move of location, or if you're feeling just like everything is moving around you, a lot of moving parts, and you just have to keep going with the flow and it's causing some confusion. That is a very normal thing right now for the water signs. So hold on tight, know that it's only temporary. This can feel a bit all over the place and not stable. As some of you are wishing for still waters, so some of you are wishing to have still waters, kind of no movement at all, while others are begging for a current, begging for something to move. So water signs, there's a little bit of half and half going on with some of you. Half of you are feeling really like you need a change and you need movement, and some of you are like, I'm getting too much movement, I need to calm down. Everything needs to settle. So really what this is about for all of the water signs right now is to just adapt to change, to allow yourself to get used to that feeling of adapting to change, because right now we are in a very, very potent place for change. And so it's going to keep being that way. So it's your spirit and higher self are really just trying to teach you how to do that in the best ability and master that, because that is something that is natural to you anyway. So if you can master that, then it will only continue to help you along your journey. All right, so just keep swimming is the last message on the water signs for you guys. All right, for my air signs, okay, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, so you guys are also feeling a little bit out of sorts lately. You're feeling a little bit out of it, feeling feeling a bit out of it lately, forgetting where you put your keys or an important appointment you had. Things that are really important to you seem to just kind of like, you're in your head, you're like spacing out on everything. It's okay, don't beat yourself up. That's what we do, air signs. We are so good at beating ourselves up, so don't do that. This is part of your transformation, and you're really moving through into the 5D as well, is learning that self-love and not starting to self-deprecate just because you feel like you've been losing some control in certain areas or forgetting things that are important. It's normal for you to have your head in the clouds a bit right now. So there's been so much energy been buzzing in your head the last couple of weeks as well. So it's no wonder that you feel like you are spinning. So if you guys have been feeling like my air signs, if you've been feeling kind of dizzy, if you've been getting lightheaded spells as well physically, feeling a lot of grogginess or really needing to sleep, or just feeling kind of like you can't stop daydreaming, you're just out of it, this is really normal for the air signs. So just hold on, it's going to get better. And just know that with grounding, going out into nature, creating a cleansing day for yourself where you just clear your whole schedule and give yourself some solitude, finding your center in meditation or doing some grounding work in meditation, or even taking a trip will really help you feel more in your body and less kind of spun around and in the clouds. You're finding your new balance right now as well, so everything can get back to normal once you get back in that swing and that balance. And it might be on and off until October, so this is part of your transition. And also a big message for air signs I got in meditation as well was that don't get too used to your new normal, because that is also only going to change. And the new normal is not really normal, because there really isn't a new normal now. We're creating something completely new. We're all experiencing new life. We've all kind of switched our navigation from being sort of on our path to like completely on our path now. So we've had a complete shift in purpose and shift in journey. So with that, all of us, not just air signs, we're feeling a really strong pull into new experiences, and nothing feels the same, which is often why a lot of confusion can happen. Some emotional disturbance can happen. You might just feel a little bit down. Know that that is normal, and please reach out to somebody you care about or somebody that you know has your back if you're feeling extra low, or if you're starting to dabble in substance abuse or anything that seems violent or just against your well-being, because it is a crucial time right now for us to stay emotionally stable, and a super important time for us all to remember that we are all one. So if one of us is hurting, we are all hurting. So let's make sure we are taking the time and energy to reach out to the people that we might be concerned about, and make sure that they are feeling okay and that we keep an eye on them, because there's too many souls right now giving up or just choosing to just leave this place because they don't understand what the energy is doing and why everything feels so crazy. So if we can teach somebody about energy and about it not being so personal to them, and that there is a reason for it and that it's written in the stars, that we can maybe save a life. So remember that. Sorry to go on that little spiel, but it's really deep to me. And with Mac Miller dying, if you guys know, this weekend, it was just super sad. Like, it's just, kills me to see people die from those things, substance abuse or just emotional disturbance or whatever it may be. That's why it's so important, you guys, to make sure you're being safe and responsible in whatever you're doing, and really just be there for each other. All right, so fire signs. Okay, this is a big deal. All of my fire signs, it is hot and heavy right now for you guys. Hot and heavy seems to be the theme. Whether it be romance or not, sexual energy seems the most enticing way to cure any woes or to celebrate any wins. Be sure to make the appropriate decisions to ensure your well-being and play it safe with your heart and with your health. Nothing wrong with letting loose. Just be sure you aren't dodging important life lessons while you do it. Your body may be calling for a detox soon, but you are being called also into devil's play, that debauchery, extra debauchery for my fire signs. Fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leos. So know that that's normal. Know that it's important to be safe. Know that it is important to give yourself that balance. And if you are partying or being a little reckless with your sexual encounters because you are going through some emotional stuff or spiritual stuff, or just the energy's affecting you in that way, just make sure that you are safe, that you are making sure you're self-reflective of your well-being, meaning you're not falling into old habits, or you're not trying to use those kind of actions as a crutch or a way to numb yourself from the transition that you are in, because this transition should not be numbed. It is something that we need to feel, because we are learning and gaining wisdom in every emotion that we have during this transformation. So our emotions are huge. They are our guiding factors. They are our healing modalities when we use them as tools. They are our heart. And so if we are numbing ourselves from knowing what is in our heart, then we are keeping ourselves from fully being in our purpose and in our light and on our path, and we're only slowing that process down for ourselves. So make sure that you're responsible. Make sure that when you go out, you're making sure you feel good about yourself, that you're self-loving, and that you're not going out to just cure something that happened or to forget about something. Make sure you're dealing with those issues first, then going out and celebrating the fact that you were able to overcome those negative thoughts or overcome that negative circumstance or perceivably negative circumstance, and celebrate the fact that you chose your own self-love. So I love you guys. I hope that that was a great reading for you. That is all I have today. It has been amazing to connect with you. Don't forget, please, to go check out my new music video that I just released yesterday, Spare Me. It is on my YouTube channel at the link in my bio at ReadingsByRissa. So remember, my Instagram is actually at ReadingsByRissa. This is Indigo Goddess's page that we work on together. But my page is at ReadingsByRissa. I also offer personal readings, intuitive readings, remote energy healing and clearings, Reiki services, and much more. Please follow me at ReadingsByRissa. And also, real quick, just to revisit yesterday, and oh, almost forgot. So actually, if you're still here, you got to see the cards. Hey yo, I almost forgot. So numerology, first of all, what I was just gonna say, 9/9/18 was yesterday. That's all about completing the cycle, like we talked about. So we're entering that completion of the cycle from the Lion's Gate, really fully activating our intuition, all of our magic abilities, all of our abilities for our own light and our purpose. Whatever our purpose is, we're activating those talents. And then also, today is 9/10/18. So 2018 is an 11-year numerically. So 9/10 is all about really starting that new beginning and really starting to manifest and using your own intuitive ability to start that new beginning for yourself that's going to be waiting for you on the other side of this last little bit of the shift. So our cards today are success. So reminding yourself that we are successful and that we have tons of success waiting for us. We are in that right now, and we're creating it more and more every day and every moment. The more we have positive thoughts and positive belief systems that support the ideas of our success and the truth of our success, the more we are able to create that and see it in our physical being. So make sure you are focused on your successes, writing down the things that you feel you want and what you define success as in your life. And then the next card is Magician. It is all about really incorporating that magic. So Merlinite, guys, Merlinite, Labradorite, any of those magic stones, go get one and start meditating with it and visualize what you desire, because you are a magician. You have the ability to create it all. This is a time that is super potent for creating and for manifestation. So get out there and do it. Go check out my music videos. They're up at Readings by Rissa. I have IGTV videos that drop every day teaching you more about spirituality and things about spirit and energy. Also, I offer all of those readings, like I said, so check me out at Readings by Rissa. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rissa Vibes. Love you guys. I will see you at the full moon. Peace.